Hey guys, Mapletail here. We're talking about something a little bit different today. No warrior cats, no video games, not even any of my OCs, but something that has me in its clutches all the same. Epic the Musical. And we're drawing one of my favorite characters from it, Telemachus. Let's get into it. If you're not familiar, Epic is a collection of concept albums by Jorge Rivera Herranz, based on the story of the Odyssey. It's split up into 9 sagas or albums with 40 songs between them, and they are all incredible. But as a lover of lists and ranking things, I thought it'd be fun to do a tier list of the songs while I draw a little guy. I've watched fan animatics of the whole musical 3 times now, and listened to it many more times than that, so I'm pretty familiar with the songs by now. Making this list was still very hard though, as I really do love each and every one. Let's start at the bottom with the Not My Faves tier. Here we have most of the Cyclops saga, and a good chunk of the Vengeance saga, with Survive, Polyphemus, Remember Them, 600 Strike, and Not Sorry for Loving You. These are just ones I tend to skip when I'm not listening to the musical the whole way through, but I still wouldn't complain if someone put them on, and I think they're all important to the plot and characters. Like I said, this musical doesn't really miss for me, so these are still bangers, just my personal least favorites. Moving on to Epic, but I like them less than the rest. This one is a real mix of sagas, mostly my least favorite from each aside from what's in F tier, and excluding the sagas where I really like the whole album. Here we have Storm, Hold Them Down, Love in Paradise, Keep Your Friends Close, and Thunderbringer. These are all kind of here for a variety of reasons. Some I only really enjoy in the context of the musical as a whole, and I wouldn't listen to them on their own. Some I love a section of, but care a bit less for the rest. And some I find to be similar to other songs, but I just like the other ones a bit better. But overall, I skip these ones far less often than the ones below. Next up is Devastating Bops, which moves into I never skip half of these, so already into songs I adore in D tier. Here we have The Horse and the Infant, Open Arms, Ruthlessness, Odysseus, and The Underworld. Another real mix of sagas. These all hit hard, and are truly just down here because there are too many songs I like even more, and I tried to limit myself to 5 songs per tier. Let's move up to Crying That These Ended Up So Low, featuring Would You Fall in Love With Me Again, Luck Runs Out, Wouldn't You Like, Dangerous, and Full Speed Ahead. Yeah, I love these, never to be skipped. Here we've got a perfect finale, the Best of the Storm saga, Hermes' 2 bops, and my favorite of the crew's sailing songs. Up next is But That One Part Though, with Scylla, Mutiny, I Can't Help But Wonder, My Goodbye, and Get in the Water. These are largely in B because, while I really like the whole songs, they each have one specific part that I replay them for. Scylla and I Can't Help But Wonder's endings, Mutiny's bit that sounds like Luck Runs Out, and a bit in the middle of My Goodbye and Get in the Water that really get me every time. Up another level is And My Real Wife Knows I Don't Have a Daughter. A tier and the start of my true favorites. Here is Legendary, Little Wolf, Will Be Fine, Just a Man, and Different Beast. The name of this tier is a lyric from the latter, and based on the fact that a lot of these songs focus on the character I'm drawing today, who is Odysseus' son. We've got most of the Wisdom saga here, as well as my second favorite songs from the Troy and Thunder sagas. This is where I will also start listening to the musical sometimes, when I don't feel like going from the top. Lots of really, really good stuff in here. Especially anything with Telemachus and Athena in it. All songs I'm excited about the entire thing. Moving right along to saga highlights, which includes Warrior of the Mind, Charybdis, The Challenge, Monster, and God Games. All songs I consistently look forward to. We've got my favorite Athena song, a real hidden gem, a standout from the Ithaca saga, a great villain song, and God Games is just so fun. What is above S tier, you may ask? 5 more songs. Right above it is Circe, My Beloved. The Circe saga is by far my favorite of the musical. I love her as a character and singer. Puppeteer and Done For are both amazing, and the former is where I will almost always listen to first when I'm not going from the start. It helps that my 4 favorite sagas are all back to back from there too. These and the songs above are also the songs I will often play on repeat, or at least one extra time before moving on. Up next is I Know the Lyrics. I am remarkably bad at learning lyrics, so when I do, it usually means something. Both are bops in their own right. I know Suffering pretty well due to listening on repeat. It's definitely my most played of the musical on Spotify. And I learned No Longer You because I made a Baldur's Gate 3 themed PMV to it, which I'll be sharing on Tuesday if you have any interest in checking that out. It's my favorite of the Underworld saga, and the first epic song I heard all the way through. At the very top of my list, we have my fave, with There Are Other Ways. It was actually really tough to choose a favorite, and it easily could have gone to several songs, but this one just hits different for me. While I do have a favorite part of the song, I'm always hyped to listen to the whole thing, and I love the story it tells. It's such a good conclusion to my favorite saga, and it leads perfectly into the next. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me go off about Epic. It's been on my mind a lot recently. It's just a really cool project with such an amazing fandom surrounding it too. If you've listened to it, let me know your favorite parts, or least favorite. I'd love to hear it, and see how much it probably differs from mine. Anyways, I'll see you next Thursday.